Report for Team Mike Lima. Second location was the Margaret Dickinson room. We started off splitting up into different areas, seeing what we could pick up. Brian picked up on a few things, including energy that really made him feel angry, like he wanted to bash someone's head in. He did his best to try and keep it at bay. So we decided we'd try some glass moving. We got a lot of movement in the glass in response to questions with yes and a no. However, we got the feeling that the spirit playing with the glass was playing with us, didn't want us to know various answers. There was quite a few things that we asked. We got yes and no responses. It picked up on two names. One was a George, one was an Elizabeth. We asked questions relating to the Knights Templar. We got yes answers to that. The spirit was claiming to be a Grand Master of the Knights Templar and had been hanged there. Didn't like Catholics. Only on asking the question, the glass went ballistic. It was moving around in big circles. We had a moaning and groaning sound in the room. We had several taps and bangs. We had a lot of cold drafts. Excuse me. So all in, it was a very, very interesting vigil. Thank you. Go for it.
What room was it?
That was the Margaret Dickinson room.
Right, we did the glass thingy on the table, which was quite good because it went round really fast. We came up with the name Elizabeth, but it kept coming to me, which I wasn't too sure about. Said that I looked a little bit like her, apparently. Kept getting cold drafts on my backside as well. They picked up on Knights Templar as well a few times. Oh, and the hanging tree. Yeah, it went mad when he mentioned the hanging tree and the Catholics.
Okay, that's absolutely brilliant.
Right, well my team has just been in the Margaret Dickinson room. In the first room we decided that we were going to try and contact the spirit who didn't like Mark very much when we went round on the walk round with Brian Boyle. So what we did is we actually moved the table and the glass into the far back of the room where we felt the most paranormal occurrences were happening back there. We turned all the lights off and basically we were trying to contact the spirit that was a real strong male that didn't like Mark. We didn't get him. What we did manage to get was a spirit who said his name began with a C and he lived in the 1700s and he was an owner of the place. When one of the members of our team, not me, I hasten to add, said, "Are you Charles van der Sart?" It said yes, and apparently he's there with his lover and he does get slightly worked up that someone's going to hurt them, but he was quite happy to talk to us. And then we managed to get through to then a Knights Templar who said he went to the Crusades and never came home. He wasn't the strong spirit, but he was very scared of the strong spirit that's overpowered him. We realised we didn't have the strong spirit because one of the other teams had stolen him. And we're talking to him and doing table tipping.
The Margaret Dickinson stroke sunning room, and I was taking notes when Brian was talking, and the group were doing some glass moving, and I was in charge of the radio timekeeping. I went to use my radio and it wasn't working. So Matt lent me his radio. While I was holding the radio that was working, the other radio started making very funny noises. And just as they were, Brian asked whether or not the person that's communicating, the spirit that's communicating with the glass, whether or not they had something against the Catholic Church. The glass went crazy, and at the same time I heard a groan from the corner of the room, the right-hand side of the room, and Matt also heard it at the same time.